Hi, in today's video I would like to speak about two topics. One is regarding this nice heat wave what we experience right now in the past few days and the upcoming days as well. And the other one is regarding pests in the garden and how we cope with them in an organic small garden. So if you are interested in these topics, stay tuned. So I'm here next to this bed, which is planted with celery and celeriac, half and half bed. And I would like to show you today the damage of the mole cricket, which we experienced here in the past few weeks, and how I deal with it. So there's certain ways how you can deal with the damage of the mole cricket. What this creature does in the soil, so it's going under the soil and it's just chewing on the roots of the vegetables, and they just die. And as you can see, after a few days it just looks like that, and they just die right there, and we have to replant it. So my method for that, if I don't experience a very radical amount of damage, that I just keep some of my transplants. And as you can see here, I have these pots, and after I transplanted these celeries, I kept a few transplants and I planted them in a bigger pot so they would be still growing. And after I see these damages, I'm just gonna replant these plants which have died out, and I hope that that they will remain there and I can still harvest them later. So this is a nice method you can use if you don't experience a very big amount of damage. The other method which you can use, there are certain biological products which can harm these insects or creatures, and they can die, but I don't have too much experience with that because I never have that much of problem with the mole cricket. But this year it looks like that they like the celery and the celeriac most here in my garden. I also experienced some damages in other beds, but in this bed the most. And which is a really interesting thing which I observed today. I would like to show you that the real biology started to work in the garden, and I found out that we have some moles in the bed. So as you can see here at the end of this bed, we can observe that a mole is here, and it started to go inside the bed through this line and also this way. And I hope that this mole will eventually eat as much mole crickets as he can, and it's just a really nice feature to see in the garden that we have all different kinds of pests, and also they also have their predators. And if we have a good diversity in the garden, the predators can come eventually and eat the pests. So now I'm gonna go and replant the plants which died out. So the next topic I would like to speak about today is this heat wave, what we've been experiencing in the past few days. And here in Hungary in the upcoming days we will experience an even more serious heat wave with more than 30 degrees Celsius temperatures during the daytime. So if you are growing in a greenhouse, as we do here, you have to protect your plants against the heat and also from the sun. So what you can do with that is shading your greenhouse, and for that purpose you can buy different kinds of paints you can spray on the greenhouse. But the easier method for a small garden like ours is to use a shading cloth, as you can see here. So this week we put up this shading cloth, and I'm using a white one, which is really beneficial for the plants. And this is the most common way to protect the plants from the excess of the heat. So when you want to put up the shading cloth, you can use clips at the ends of the greenhouse, and on the sides of the greenhouse we are using these bricks, and we tie just regular strings to the brick and also to the shading cloth, and it can fix the shading cloth, and it's not gonna be blown away by any kind of wind. And we can keep the shading cloth on the greenhouse until mid-September, maybe, until we experience these hot weather during all the summer. So I really recommend to use some kind of shading for your plants, and they will be very happy for that. I hope you liked the video, and if you would like to see more content like this, do subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.